Hey guys, and welcome to another devlog video for the Animal Behavior Kit. I know it's been about 3 weeks since my last video, and I've been getting some messages on Discord asking me, if I've been working on it, why it's been so quiet, and unfortunately, I've been traveling for work for the past week, um, so had to take a little break there. However, I have been working on updates this week, and this is what I wanted to let you guys know. Since I released ABK all the way back in December, I've been getting a lot of messages asking about the taming system, right? I have a huge list of all the requests that I've been gathering from the community and also a list of things that I would like to add in the future if I get the chance, right? And I've been consistently getting questions about adding functionality to the taming system, but I just never got around to it. And while I was away, I actually got a few additional DMs asking me if I would update the taming system for 1.3, kind of hoping that I would. And I actually did not have any plans to touch taming system since I have a lot of other stuff just with the core animal AI that I've been working on. And I got two messages, actually, ironically enough, asking me if I would consider then selling the taming system as a separate asset, which I had not considered, because apparently there's nothing similar to this in the marketplace. So I thought about it and I said, well, that would be an idea. I could actually sell it as a separate asset, and that would actually justify doing some new stuff on it. But it didn't feel right to kind of have a different version of the taming system outside of ABK, since you guys have supported me from the beginning. So I ended up deciding was that I am actually going to release this as a separate asset. But if you have ABK, you will get the improved version of the asset, right? So if you're only interested on the taming system, you can get obviously the system separately, cheaper, or if you want the entire thing, you can just get it as ABK. So most likely, what I'll do is I'll increase the price for ABK slightly when 1.3 releases. That way, I can justify kind of all the additional work that I'm doing, and at some point include a separate asset in the marketplace for just the taming system. But again, if you already have ABK, this is basically a free upgrade for you. Everything that I had planned for 1.3 is still there. It's just that I'm going to add a few extra things to the taming system. If you haven't bought ABK and you've been kind of thinking about it, it's probably a good idea to get it before the 1.3 release comes up, because then I'll be increasing it in price a little bit. All right, so with all that said, let me show you what I've been actually working on this week. So I've, since ABK released, I created that migration guide. I wasn't very happy with the amount of work that you had to do to migrate the taming system, ironically enough, to your new project, right? And if you looked at the video, most of the video was copying a bunch of code from the player character into your own character. So what I've done is I've significantly improved the experience. So I'm hoping that in 1.3, the migration process is going to be a lot simpler. So for example, taming actions, it used to be a massive graph here with all the code. Right now, I've moved all that code to the component, to the blueprint component, and only have the actual input actions here. I've also created a blueprint library, and you can see here, and I've delegated a lot of the code to a common blueprint library. That way, when you're actually migrating the system to your own character, then it's going to be a lot easier. So I'm not completely done. But even right now, it's looking a lot smoother. So that's the first thing I've done. And the second thing I've done is I've actually started working on the taming system. And if you can see here, the very first thing I've added, and this was actually something that I had to take out before, was the ability to tame more than one companion. So right now, I have a hard limit of 1, and the reason for that is because when I was sending the commands to the companions, the code was written as to have the last reference, right? So even though before I restricted it, you could tame more than one animal, the commands would not go to the entire group. So you can see here that I have two guys, and right on the right hand side, if you have more than one animal, the name automatically becomes group, and you can see that now the commands are they're working for all of them. There's also a hard limit. So right now, if you go to the player can tame component, you have a new variable called max companions, and you can put any number that you want. It's just an array. So that basically allows you to now control how many companions the player can have. So right now the default is 3, for example. So if I go here and I try to tame this guy, I won't be able to. Yet I still have the 3 companions. And like I said, they obey all of the commands. So if I wanted to send them all the way over there, for example, I can do that. You can see that all of them are going there. And I can bring them back. And I can even dismiss them. Then I can go ahead and just tame other companions. Yeah, so pretty exciting. Now you can have as many animals as you want. So that was the first thing I wanted to do, was kind of unlock that ability. And the other very popular request that I got was the ability to summon and dismiss your pets, right? And this you can see in a lot of games, right? MMO RPGs are famous for that. If you've ever played a hunter in World of Warcraft, for example, that's a very easy example. But in many games, if you have a pet, you may want to summon the pet at some point and then dismiss the pet. So I have the ability now to dismiss the pets, and you can see now that these two guys are gone, and my HUD command is gone, and I can summon them as well. So really cool. This was actually a little harder than I thought. I've included a simple save system because again, if you have your game, right, you may want to tame companions, and then if I go here, this is just going to restart the level, and you can see that my level has restarted, but I can actually summon my pets. So now you have the mechanism to save your pets and go from level to level with your own specific pet, right? So if there's an animal that is like a rare animal that you want your player to tame in one level, they can now do that and save it. Now, the system I have right now is just saving to the game instance, but it would be very easy to save it to disk, looking at how I written the code. Let me go ahead and change this to 5, just to drive the point home. And that's really pretty much it, right? You have multiple pets. You can now save and load your pets or summon them, and have a few additional things that I have planned as other features that have been requested, which hopefully you'll see very soon when I'm ready to show them. Yeah, and you can see they're all attacking the bear, and they kill the bear very, very quickly because there's 5 of them attacking the bear. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you like where this is going? Do you like the idea of having the pet system or taming system as a more permanent pet? If you have any requests for cool features that you think would be helpful, do let me know. If you use the taming system in your game, I'd like to hear from you to see what you think would be some nice additions. Like I said, I do plan to add a few extra things, and I'll be showing you guys that soon. But I just wanted to give you a quick progress update of what I've added this week. That's all, guys. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.